We're so glad that you're joining us today. So excited about Wendie Klem. She's going to be a speaker at the inaugural U.S. and Central Florida Christian Chamber of Commerce Business Expo, which is coming up October 26th through the 28th. Wendie, welcome. Glad you're here.
Oh, it's so awesome to be here. It's an honor. I'm looking forward to the new expo. This is really exciting.
Yeah, well, we've got Crystal Parker, who is the president, really diving in and being passionate about building mission, kingdom, business, and community through workshops and speakers. And it's a national event, and we just hope that a lot of people come. And that's why we're interviewing the speakers to maybe encourage some excitement and maybe get those tickets booked up way ahead of time. So, Wendie,
I believe God's going to have us sold out before we even know it. And so you want to get your tickets early, because I do not doubt that this will be a sold out event.
Yeah, it's something special for sure. Why don't we start out, just explain who you are, what you've been doing, and we'll dive into what you're going to be speaking about.
Well, my name is Wendie Klem. I am the regional director for North America for the Nehemiah Project International Ministries. So basically what that means is I oversee all the programming in the US, Canada, and Haiti. And I serve entrepreneurs. We help them create a plan that is going to build sustainable businesses and impact their communities.
Man, that's so powerful for just North America. But when you think about the impact that you're having around the world with entrepreneurs, and I know that there's a real special focus on women entrepreneurs too. So
yes, last year we launched our Women in Business about 2 weeks before the world shut down.
Wow.
And it is the strongest program we have here at Nehemiah Project. So just look at God. That's why I said, buy your tickets. It's going to be sold out.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. Well, let's talk about the topic. Your title is Kingdom Commerce, the Power of Unity. Where do we start with that? What's the overall message?
Well, the overall message is, first of all, what is kingdom commerce? I know that those who are part of the U.S. Christian Chamber hears Crystal talk about kingdom commerce. So we're going to talk about what is it? And then how does it really affect my business? We talk about, as biblical entrepreneurs here at the Nehemiah Project, is how does your work and your worship come together? And then how is your business impacting the marketplace for Christ? And so how does kingdom commerce affect your business? And then how do you create that impact in the marketplace? Through working with other Christian entrepreneurs, knowing where you're spending your money, things like that. So we're going to be covering some of that. We're going to also talk about, it's about that unity, right? It's about being able to build those partnerships with purpose. A lot of entrepreneurs, they do some networking, but this is really going to dive a little bit deeper into how do I take that networking, if you will, and really build a partnership with a purpose for both entrepreneurs. So we're going to be going into that. And then my favorite, how to build a sustainable business that creates a quadruple bottom line.
It sounds like you've got a lot to cover in your talk. Being an entrepreneur can be a really lonely place with a lot of stress. Let's talk about what community means when you're an entrepreneur in a Christian ministry or Christian business.
Well, prior to coming on board with the Nehemiah Project, I was an entrepreneur for 35 years. I'd owned a number of businesses, built some of them up, sold a couple. But one of the things that I discovered during that journey, and that a lot of the entrepreneurs who are listening to this know, it is lonely. A lot of entrepreneurs talk about how difficult it is because, the buck stops there. Ultimately, all of the decisions come from you. Yeah. Well, when we begin to build that community, those partnerships with other Christian entrepreneurs, when I really merged my work and worship, right? When I really began to surround myself with other businesses that shared a like mind, what ended up happening is we began to pray for one another. We began to develop an authentic relationship. And also, one of the things that I really love is helping each other turn back and to God and ask for the help. And so I don't have to be alone. I don't have to build this business alone. I can surround myself with other people who share the similar values and are seeking to do the same thing I am. So it's really about coming together. I say we need to link arms, right? Link arms with one another because that chain is stronger.
I think it's funny because we know we need to link arms and we need to network, we need community, but sometimes, first of all, we don't have the resources, we don't have the time, we don't have the energy, or even know who to connect with. But God, at an opportunity like this, brings people together, and you go, only God could have made that happen. He could have made this relationship work, that I would have met you October 26th through the 28th,
Absolutely. And Suzanne, here's one of the things that I have discovered as a kingdom business, right? As a Christian entrepreneur, is the person I go to for the questions and the help. I go to God first. First of all, I go to his word because all the answers are there if I just go looking, and I seek his counsel. And so when I start there, and then I'm coming together at this expo and I'm meeting with other entrepreneurs who do the same thing. Now we can link arms because we're going in the same direction. Our basis for every decision we do is the same, which is the word of God. One of the things we teach in our biblical entrepreneurship is that it's not your business, it's God's business, and you have been asked to steward it. Okay, well, that means he's the boss, right? And if he's the boss, then when you have a problem, what do? You go to the boss, right? And so as other entrepreneurs, if we're all doing this, it changes. And now I'm going to go to an event with 200, 300 other entrepreneurs who are starting with biblical principles, who are looking to do business with other like-minded entrepreneurs that do with excellence. And it's a change. It just changes everything.
Yeah. We don't know what we don't know.
Oh yeah.
But we show up at these things and God is there, and amazing things happen. So Wendie, I'm excited. We've got your website where people can reach out to you. Who would you be interested in hearing from? Who could contact you and for what reason?
Well, I would love to hear from those entrepreneurs who are either working to start a business or who are currently in business and are struggling with a plan. One of the things that we have discovered through this last year is those who had a plan and followed the plan, measured the results, they came out of this last year the best. So if that's something you're struggling with, that's where you can connect with me and I can help you put that together.
Hold on. I think your phone's going to be ringing off the hook.
Wonderful. It brings me the most joy. It's what I'm here for. It's my purpose, right?
Absolutely. Wendie, thank you so much. We'll see you in October.